Impact Media, putting a face on radio.
I am here in the streets of Austin with none other than the boys from Dale Earnhardt Jr.
I'm Joshua.
I am Daniel.
I want to thank you guys for taking the time to talk with us today. You guys have a super busy schedule. There's been so much press about you guys playing here, so many good things said. Is this your first time individually? I know this is your first time playing the festival as this artist under this moniker. Have you guys been here before, though?
I've been here before, yes.
I have not.
Well, have you received any bad advice about how to handle the week?
You know what? Well, I mean, for a band, we're pretty chill, so they haven't given me any bad advice. But you know, I heard a lot before I came here. Everyone was talking it up, so I'm still waiting for it to live up to the hype. It's pretty cool, but we'll see by the end of the week if I feel good about it.
Well, we're halfway there. How many shows do you guys have lined up?
We're doing 5. We didn't want to do more than one a day. Yesterday we had 2, but I just kind of think that, you know, a lot of bands do it kind of do it overkill, and you know, the more show, like when you play that many shows, and like by your 3rd show in the same day, there's no way that you can give your best performance. So I just want to make sure that we play our best, and that's like the most important thing. You know?
Now you guys have a couple EPs released already. What's the story with the upcoming full length? When can we expect it? Are you guys working on it? Do you have the material ready?
It is completely done, and it's coming out on June 7th. And we recorded in my basement. And we recorded around the same time as the EP, so, you know, if you like the EP, it's the same basement, same mics, same dudes.
It'll be you know, some of the songs from the EP will be on it, obviously, because, you know, the EPs are it's so limited of release, and we want to make sure that it's kind of like playing catch up. Like, we want to make sure that everyone kind of gets to hear the first thing that we made, and then we'll move on, you know, before moving. We didn't want to, like, move on right away.
Do you guys have a name for it yet?
Yeah, It's a Corporate World.
Awesome. Now...
I love your shoes, by the way. They're amazing.
Thank you. They're part of my high school uniform.
Oh, you went to a Catholic school?
I did. Regina Catholic School in Metro Detroit. Yes.
Yeah, sure.
So that's actually a good segue. You guys are based in Detroit.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you what you think about the state of music there currently.
I think it's exciting. There's so many great bands, and, you know, with the advent of technology for recording and people having access to it at such inexpensive cost, you know, it's great. People are making great things. We're really excited about it.
And there have been so many PR campaigns lately for the city of Detroit to try to better its image, based around musicians like large-scale musicians like Eminem or Kid Rock. Do you guys think these are an effective way to bring positive energy to the city?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I think that Chrysler campaign was like really successful. It was all over the internet.
It was very successful for me.
He's on it. He's got it.
I'm on it.
Yeah, you know, I think it was successful. There's actually a B-roll of that commercial where, like, Eminem's driving in the car, and when you first see that it's him driving, it pans to the back seat and we're in the back, but they never aired it.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, it was too long. You know, it's got to be like a 60-second spot.
It's like
and
elite.
With us in it, it's like 70 seconds.
Okay.
So ours was the segment that they cut, unfortunately, but it was really fun to film with Marshall.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that things like that capture the actual spirit of what's actually happening in Detroit?
No. Short answer, no.
All right. Now you guys just got off a tour with Tapes and Tapes. How was that? How did people react to? Was it they were headlining, or were you headlining some shows?
Yeah, they were the headliner. So every night we'd open up for them, but some nights there was another band that would play before us. But it was great. We went from, I think we did the first 2 or 3 gigs, it was just us, and then we joined them in Kansas, I believe, and then all the way down to the West Coast. So, and then we went down through LA and all that, and then now we're kind of breaking off after South by. We're going to kind of go home, but it was a great experience. Tapes and Tapes have been around, and they have a good fan base, so we knew every night we were gonna have a decent crowd. You know.
Did you notice that I wore my Michigan State shirt today in honor of this interview?
You just mean the fact that it's green?
And white.
I thought it was just left over from yesterday for St. Patrick's Day.
I would never have dreamed of wearing it on St. Patrick's Day. This is for Sparty here.
Solidarity.
Go green, go white. I went to Michigan
fantastic.
State for like 3 weeks.
Did you?
Uh-huh.
3 weeks
Great.
though.
I got meningitis and I had to leave.
Really? That's
Yeah.
really the reason why you left?
Yeah, for real. Cedar Village is filthy. I don't know how anyone lives in there.
You were infected from
Cedar Village.
actually living on the in student housing.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Well, have you
I also
guys
found like a dead body in the Red Cedar one time. I don't know if I was there or if that's like an old wives' tale. Do they still talk about that? The guy they found floating?
No, I don't think so. I haven't heard that one.
Yeah, I mean, it went around while I was there.
That's disgusting.
I know.
All right. Good to know. Now, have you guys been able to catch anybody that you guys like at South by?
Not yet. No, we've been too busy. We like to catch ourselves. That's about it.
I saw Moby DJ. That was interesting. It's good.
He's a good DJ.
He's a very good DJ. Very tiny man.
Yes.
Very bald man.
Yeah. He's very sweet.
He's a very vegan man.
Very vegan,
Yes.
bald man.
That might be why he's bald.
It was funny. I went and I twittered that we were going to a barbecue hosted by Moby, and my sister was like, "Oh, the Brooklyn Vegan Showcase. That's great." And I was like, "No, it's not the Brooklyn Vegan Showcase." And she's like, "But he's a Brooklyn vegan." Like she really thought that was Moby.
That's awesome.
That's
not.
interesting. Well, now that you brought up your Twitter, I do want to ask you, you did tweet that you would volunteer to play at the unveiling of the Robocop statue.
Absolutely.
Now, where do you stand in this great debate? There's been unwarranted anger over this Robocop statue, if you ask me. I think people are getting way too up in arms about it. What do you think about it?
Can you sum up the issues?
There's debate, right? Because they think it's a waste of money. Is that
Right,
correct?
yes, absolutely.
Okay, well, here's the thing: is like, I don't even understand why there's a debate. If people want to give money to do it, then they should build it. It's not like we're pulling from like taxes or something, or, you know, it's silly. It's personal income. It's gift money, and if people really want it that bad, do it. It'll be fun. I think it's a great idea. I don't see what the big problem is.
I understand them wanting to, like, I understand the fact that there's definitely better things, I think, that we could do with this much money, right? But at the same time, no one has organized a campaign as successfully for those things, you know? I'm not giving money to the statue of Robocop. I don't need to give I don't feel the need to give money to it. But if they do it and they pull it off, you know, why not play at the unveiling?
Yeah, you know, the reality is people get upset about things like that, but maybe the person that gave $10 to the Robocop also gives tons of money to all sorts of other things that are very interesting and beautiful, you know, ways to help out the community, and you don't know that, you know? So, like, it's just, I don't know, people just like to judge. If people give away money, the people judging probably don't give money to anything. So that's kind of my take on it.
I think you make some valid points. Now, my last question for you. You guys were featured on ESPN because of your name. There was an article about you guys. I want to hear the most ridiculous story of someone, you know, mixing you up or accidentally stumbling upon your music. Do you guys have any, like, ridiculous stories about how people...
Countless. We get emails to our Facebook and Twitter, and mostly on MySpace, from people all the time that are like, I'm your biggest fan, good luck this weekend.
At races?
Yeah. It's kind of ridiculous.
Is there one that stands out that's like a good story to tell? No, just all of them. It just happens so often that...
There's no good stories. I mean, it doesn't happen all the time, right? Because, I mean, you'd have to be like not from America, I would say, to confuse this. But yeah, there's no real funny stories. I'm sorry to let you down. That's a bummer. I got nothing for you.
This interview has been a wash. Cut.
We're going to have our CD release coming up. Be prepared second half of June for an all-out, it's like going to be like a circus. It's going to be unbelievable. We got some great ideas planned.